So cubital fossa, it is a triangular hollow in front of elbow. Base is directed upwards and apex is directed downwards. It corresponds to the lower half of popliteal fossa of lower limb. Now let us see the boundaries. This is laterally. Lateral border, this is medial border, this is the base, this is the apex of cubital fossa. Lateral border is formed by the medial border of brachioradialis muscle, whereas the medial border is formed by the lateral border of pronata teres muscle. Base is formed by an imaginary line joining the medial and lateral epicondyles of the humerus. Apex, it is formed by crossing of the medial and lateral borders. Medial border and the lateral border. Floor. Floor is formed by brachialis in upper part and the supinator in the lower part. Floor is formed by brachialis in upper part, supinator in lower part. And the roof is formed by the deep fascia of the forearm, reinforced on the medial side by bicipital aponeurosis. So it is formed by deep fascia of the forearm and reinforced on the medial side by bicipital aponeurosis. Now let us see the contents. Contents from medial side to the lateral side. This is denoted as MBBS. Medial side is median nerve. B is brachial artery, M, B, B, S. So median nerve, brachial artery, tendon of biceps brachii tendon, and the radial nerve superficial branch. So these form the contents of the cubital fossa. Let us see each of these contents. First let us see median nerve. We know that pronata teres have two heads. This median nerve passes through the cubital fossa and passes between the two heads of the pronata teres. And the brachial artery. Brachial artery terminates in the fossa by dividing into two branches at the level of head of neck of radius. This is the radius for suppose, and here the neck of radius. At the level of this neck of radius, it divides into two branches. These branches are radial artery and ulnar artery. This radial artery passes superficially and leaves the apex. Ulnar artery passes deep to the pronata teres. Now let us see the biceps brachii. This biceps tendon, this passes backwards and laterally to be attached onto the radial tuberosity. It is attached onto the rough posterior part of the radial tuberosity of the radius. And this is the radial nerve. It is divided into two branches, superficial radial nerve and deep radial nerve. And the radial nerve lies in gap between brachialis and brachioradialis. We have seen that in floor, brachialis is present in the upper part and supinator is present in the lower part. So this radial nerve passes between brachialis and brachioradialis at the level of lateral epicondyle. This is the lateral epicondyle. It divides into two branches. Superficial radial nerve, it passes in front of forearm under cover of brachioradialis. The superficial radial nerve, it passes under cover of brachioradialis. Whereas the deep radial nerve is also called posterior interosseous nerve. Deep radial nerve also called posterior interosseous nerve. Posterior interosseous nerve. It disappears in the substance of supinator muscle. So this is the superficial branch which passes under cover of brachioradialis, and the deep branch passes under cover of this supinator muscle. So once let us see this contents again. Medial nerve, brachial artery, biceps tendon, and the radial nerve superficial branch. Medial nerve passes between the heads of pronata teres Brachial artery divided into radial artery and ulnar. Radial leave the apex, passes superficially. Ulnar artery passes deep to pronator teres. And the biceps brachii, it attaches medially to radial tuberosity and the radial nerve, superficial branch and deep branch. This radial nerve divides into two branches at the level of lateral epicondyle and passes between brachioradialis and brachialis in the brachialis medially. And the superficial branch passes deep to brachioradialis. This deep branch, it is disappears into the substance of supinator muscle. Now let us see the applied aspects of cubital fossa. Before understanding the applied aspects of cubital fossa, let us see some of the veins present in the cubital fossa. This is the cephalic vein which is present laterally, and this is the basilic vein which is present medially. Joining these two veins, cephalic laterally, basilic medially, there is a vein called median cubital vein. Below this medial cubital vein, we have bicipital aponeurosis. So let us see the venipuncture of the cubital veins. This venipuncture of cubital veins. So the vein, medial cubital vein, is the most common site for venipuncture in the cubital fossa. Because this is the median cubital vein, it is the most prominent vein in the body, tends to remain stationary. It does not usually collapse during shock, and underlying bicipital aponeurosis acts as a platform, hard platform when elbow is extended, and protects the underlying median nerve and brachial artery. For suppose in the flexed elbow, when pierce the needle, it pierces directly the brachial artery, whereas in the extended elbow, it acts as a hard platform, so it pierces only the cubital vein. So this is the applied aspect of cubital fossa. Thank you.